Hey guys, welcome back to Welcome Home Custom. Today we are going to learn how to assemble our mushroom cell phone stand and snail and mushroom pen cup. Let's get started. So let's go over the snail and mushroom files. I am going to pull up the SVG file folder in Lightburn. So if I go in here, you will see that we have instructions. I always recommend looking at the instructions. They're going to give you a few different things. What colors do what, along with the supplies needed, how the files are broke down, explaining the slots. I have provided 26 different slot sizes. You can go to welcomehomecustom.com and download a material measurement tool to help you identify which slot is best for the wood you're using. I highly recommend cutting that out. You can use it over and over on any of my files. There is a Lightburn users joined file. However, this will not work with the slots because these slots are locked on one side of the slot or the other. And you will see in the instructions, I have included which side the tabs and slots should be frozen. This is utilizing the reference point, and I will demonstrate that in just a little bit in Lightburn. You can do this same thing in Glowforge, Corel, Affinity Design, Illustrator. They all have reference point. I think the only one that might not would be Inkscape. There's lots of information in the printed instructions. Please make sure to look at those. The joined file, as I had mentioned, I included it. You can change the tabs, but you cannot change the slots. That is specifically for Lightburn users. So if I open the 250 file, you will see that if I click on my snail, he is currently all grouped. I can say arrange, ungroup, and I can click on the slot. So you can see my width of my slot is 0.250 inches. Okay, so based on the instructions, it is telling me that I need to lock it on the right side. So I'm going to select the right side reference point because I am locking the right side of my slot. And then I could change this to whatever width I feel my slot needs to be. Again, using that wood measurement tool, it will tell you the number that's going to fit best. This is not telling you what your kerf is. It is telling you, based off the wood you're using, what slot will fit best if cut in your laser. We will go ahead and let's say our slot is 0.22 inches. So we could change this to 0.22 inches and hit enter. And you'll see the slot is changing. It's moving in this way and it locked on this side. So I could do the same thing over here, but this time I need to be locked on the left as well. So I need to be on the left side and I could change this to 0.22 and hit enter. Same thing with the tabs. I could say arrange, ungroup, and I can click on my tab and I want it locked on the top. I can select the top of my reference point and change this to 0.22 inches and it's going to pull the whole tab up. You will also notice that there is some magenta in here. This is because if you want, you could ignore the pen cup portion altogether and just make it like a cute little snail artwork, and the snail would go in the front and the mushrooms would go in back, and you would just ignore the sides of the pen cup and then those slots would not cut. So that is why that is a different color. So let's go ahead and jump on over to the assembly, which is super easy and super fast. Okay, starting with the cell phone, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. 2 of the tabs will fit through the slots and 2 will not. And that's pretty much it. The pen cup's a little bit trickier, but it's not too bad. We have the mushroom back, the leaf base, the 2 sides, and the snail with shell. Okay, I cleaned up my wood just a little bit, and now I'm going to insert the sides into the mushroom back. Made fun of for using my hammer, so I got my rubber mallet out instead. Not going to damage my wood. Next, we're going to put the snail on the front, line up the slots, and tap it in again. Next, I'm going to grab my shell, get a good feel for how it's supposed to be lined up. And then I'm going to grab out my glue and glue it into place. I have been using Starbond thick for my smaller glue ups. I like it because I don't need to use as much and it also dries very quickly. Last thing we're going to want to do is add the base. Line up your base and hammer away. Be careful of his little antenna. They can break. Don't ask me how I know. But here is our finished project. All right, guys, that's it. Hopefully you found this quick and easy tutorial helpful. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and check out more fun stuff just like this.